everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another foundation review for you guys, cushion foundation review. Okay, so today we'll be talking about this Javin the Seoul Wing Foundation Pack. So it looks like this. This one, I wouldn't say a lot of people are following on it unless you are really into the K-beauty and you follow a lot of the K-beauty YouTubers. So I got to know of this cushion foundation from, again, the guy YouTuber I follow called Huni. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'll leave his link below. So he uses it and he says that this one really looks very nice on the skin. It adheres on the skin very well as well, and it looks like very refined texture and whatnot, so I'm intrigued, so I bought it, and I'm not sure if you guys are going to be interested, so I'm just going to post it, and then if you guys are interested, you guys have something to do your research on. So when you open up the package, okay, you have a cushion foundation here, and this one is very unique. It changes, you see this? Okay, so and then it's magnetic. Okay, and then when you open it up, right, the sponge is about the same thickness as the Pony Effect cushion puff, but it feels more airy. It's not as sturdy as the Pony Effect one. That's why it felt like it's not as, like, this is more porous, so there's like more air inside it, but the way it feels very comfortable, a very nice touch. But I don't like this kind of silicone tabs, like the handle here, because after a long time it kind of just snap and then you just fall off, so I'm not a fan of that, but then it's okay. And when you first open it, often than not, cushion foundation have that thing that you have to lift off. That sticker is from 3M, so it's really like stuck, to prevent the water from evaporating. So that is a very good touch, because most of the time when I put it off, the tab just pull off really quickly, very easily, and some is not even really stuck onto the cushion opening. You get what I mean? It's just like put on top, left on top, sitting there. But this one is really sealed, and it's from 3M. When I try to apply it, when you see I open it, I will do a focus of it. It is a very nice touch. Then talking about the color, I'm using color 21 because 21 and 23 is what Huni I really don't want to say his name wrongly. He bought both colors, and he's usually a 23, and then when he tried it, he said that 23 is too dark for him, and then 21 is a little bit light, so he mixed both. But for me, if you guys see my Korean beauty haul, you guys will probably know why I choose 21, because when you buy this from the Korean, not the website, I've got it from, like, I think it's like Korean beauty box or beautyboxkorea, yes. He sold it as like you have to get this one, and then it comes with a refill, but they are packed separately, and you have to get that as a set, and then that comes with 2 refills. And honestly, if I were to buy another color, I will have 4 cushions to finish, which it's a huge commitment. So after thinking for a little bit, I think I should get 21, because 23 is too dark, and right now I'm getting fairer. I think I can get away with 21. And the match, this is still slightly lighter than my skin tone, but I think I can pull off this one. Yeah, I still can pull it off. So yeah, talking more about the foundation, this one has SPF 50+, PA triple+, so that is a good touch of it. Overall, the cushion feels pretty light, and then it's 13.5 grams. Okay, so that's the sizing if you guys are wondering. And then yeah, so first impression, I really like it. It's like a semi-matte, because as what they said on the packaging, it is definitely semi-matte. It's not as dewy as other foundation I have tried, or cushion foundation I've tried. And then the texture, the coverage, I think it's very natural. Like, it's a very good balance between coverage and the whole makeup look. So I really like it, first impression. And after you powder it, right, it doesn't look like overly matte, whereby it's like fully mattified. It still looks pretty natural, and I really enjoy it. okay, and then place where I layered 3 layers on top after I powder it. I mean, you can layer to 3 layers, but I feel like after I powdered, it kind of settled into my more porous area, but it doesn't show up as big sesame seeds. So we shall see at the end of 6 hours if it does settle into my pores and create those little sesame seeds. That's one thing. Those which I like over here this side, I put 2 layers to check whatever, and I feel like overall it looks pretty good, and it actually adheres very well. It doesn't feel heavy also. You know, like how some very full coverage cushion foundation, when you first applied it on, you feel slightly heavier. This one feels good, okay, more refreshing. I like it. And then over here where I often have a bit of a dryness, it is doing okay. Okay, so I pretty much like this whole thing. Okay, and then the same thing, I did not put any primer. I just prepped my face with the usual toner, moisturizer, and then after the cushion foundation, I powder it. That's it. I did not bake, I powder it. So yeah, if you guys are interested to see the application and then see the wear test, then carry on watching. Hello! So this is the end of the look, right? I didn't put on any blushes, but overall I feel like this foundation, its coverage is good. It looks pretty like natural, like it sinks to the skin pretty fast, and then it looks like your skin better. And I really enjoy it. Okay, and 21, although it's slightly fairer than my skin tone, but it is definitely one that I can still pull off. So if you're leaning towards 23 in Korean foundation, you guys can try 21, because I think 23 might be slightly darker, but if you are in between shades like 23, 25, then choose the 23 is okay. So yeah, I will check back with you guys after 6 hours so we can see how it wears. And yeah, right now it's about 2 o'clock and I have definitely passed the time. The foundation has been on my face for almost 10 hours. So the reason why I totally forgot about time is because when I last checked it was around 8:30, so it's only like 4.5 hours. And yeah, so then I was talking to my sister and then we totally forgot about time until it was time for her to sleep because she has work tomorrow. So then yeah, so the foundation has been on my face for 10 hours, and right now let's zoom you guys in and see. I'm just gonna shift in front and then you guys can see how it looks like. So I think from the camera you guys will think that, oh, it's actually holding up pretty well, but after 10 hours of wear, I would have to say this is not the best, and it's actually performing way worse than expected it. First thing is because again I wear specs, right? So this portion here, the sliding, like the cakiness, I cake up this entire portion. It's like a whole bunch of it here. Next thing is my glasses usually rested over on these 2 places, and because these 2 places are very oily, right, it completely lifted off and transferred to my glasses, and then it just kind of all gathers around here. My forehead, although it's very oily, right, because I think there is no like contact with anything, so it's still holding up pretty, like, okay, although it's oily, it's still hanging there, but if you were to touch it, right, it's gonna get transferred off. I'm not sure you guys can see, but this portion here is cakey, like it's not oily here, but I can see a lot of the portion is gathering around here. But the funny thing is over here, this area where I'm not oily, it's holding up very well. You can't even see anything bad about it. It's very beautiful over here. So the only issue that you have is places where I'm oily. It didn't create sesame seeds, but it gathers wherever you have anything that kind of lies on top of it. And I'm pretty sure you guys can see like this portion here. Can you guys see it? It's caking up. So this foundation, okay, but at 8:30 when I looked myself in the mirror, I do feel like other than oily, okay, all these things did not happen. Like there is no gathering of products, there is no cakiness, and whatsoever. So overall, at 4.5 hours, it's still holding up pretty well. So yeah, so there is some kind of like an inconsistency here because I didn't check back at the 6-hour mark, but at 4:30, 4.5 hours mark, this whole thing looks pretty good. But after that, because it's on here for a very long time and my skin is really oily, it's really kind of separating and then caking up where I powdered a little bit more over here. So and yeah, my sister did give me this feedback when we were talking. She did mention like, oh, actually you look a little bit gray over here, but personally I feel like other than it is slightly lighter than my skin tone, it's not really that gray. So I think that's like kind of like a personal preference, because you usually prefer like really warm type of foundation colors anyway, so probably that's just like her preference. But I decided to let you guys know just in case you guys have the same type of preference as her. Yeah, so I think that overall, in terms of aesthetic, I think it looks very good. It's magnetic, and it has that thing that changes the picture that you see on the cushion. When you first apply it, it feels really nice. It's one of the cushion that I wore and I felt like it looked really nice on the skin. And even when it's oily, but it's still pretty good at 4:30, like 4.5 hour mark. Yeah, but right now, if you would ask me if this is a good foundation, I would say you have to wear a primer underneath and definitely have to bake at the places where you are really oily, because the part where it gathers around does not look cute. So there is something for you guys to choose and you know, consider before you decide if you want to get this foundation. So yeah, this is the end of my cushion foundation review. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!